just a minute. As the Apache off, they finished second. They're the nation in the preseason polls, and lots forward to Coach here from just a minute. We also had a top next-year coach from the Lions. That would be Walker. Actually got some Texas roots. Used to coach up at Jarvis Christian for a few years before moving up. This is his season as the head coach for the Lions. The Lions were 18-32, 21 Metro Conference play. And let's hear what Coach Malcolm Walker just a few ago down. Coach Malcolm Walker. Lions.
Everything better. Experience in and
well, he said roots.
yes.
But you've been over in that Metroplex for a little while, and you said something about you've got a nice club this year. Talk about the 2000 sophomores on your roster.
And I think it's going to make the difference this year. These guys are guys just what to do and how to do it, and it's something. A big difference for our ball club this year, just the wealth of experience that we have on the team this year.
Well, last year, team average just under 300. You guys really looked like you ran a good bit because we're going to get stolen base numbers. What kind of baseball should we expect from you guys as you open up the 2000?
To be honest with you, I think we're relaxed. So we're going to bring hopefully ball a bit more. Yeah, we have some space a little bit, this year. I lined up yesterday, and I was like, a little bit. I really do, yeah.
Well, everyone's on company day. So
oh, absolutely. That's the great part about it.
It is. That's the beautiful thing about the game of baseball is that you get to start over every day, and we'll do this again tomorrow. It looks like we're going to have a nice weekend of weather.
Absolutely.
So
I was glad of that.
So, all right, let's as we wrap this up, let's talk about who's going to start on the mound for you today in this opener.
We have a freshman. He's from St. Cloud, Florida. His name is Darren Friedman, freshman. Real live arm, just soaking wet 140, 150 pounds. But he's just a big heart, and he just wants the ball. He said, I've heard of Tyler, and he said, I'll just give him the ball, Coach. I said, here it is, big man.
Well, welcome back to East Texas.
Thank you.
It's always good to see you. Hope today goes well for your club, and we'll look forward to talking to you some more tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
All right, that was Malcolm Walker. Appreciate him taking a few minutes of his time to talk to us before the ball game. Coach Wren and Coach Walker at home plate exchanging lineups with the umpires. Let's hear what Coach Wren had to say just a few minutes ago down on the field. All right, we got Coach Wren here, and boy, what a day for an opener in 2019.
Yeah, this is my 10th year, and I don't know if we've had an opener like this. If we had, I forgot about it, so it's been a while. So this is beautiful. 50 degrees, sunny, beautiful day to kind of open up 2019.
Well, a lot of new faces all around this club. New coaches, whole new coaching staff. Taylor's gone across town, and you got a lot of new players. But you do have some guys, I think, talk about, the guys that you're going to count on. You got Meisner, and you got Morissette, and you got Watson. Those are your three guys in the position side of things. Talk about the leadership you're looking for them.
Yeah, I think it's important for those guys to get off to a good start and to kind of set the tone. And I think if those guys, get off to a good start, I think everybody else kind of takes a deep breath and will follow suit. So, but we've got a good mix of guys that are new and fresh and guys that have been here. And so it's just like any year in junior college baseball. It's high turnover. We have a whole new staff, so this will be the first game day with all of them too. So just kind of working out the kinks and the timing and the rhythm and the verbiage and the communication, and but that's six games. So we've got some time to kind of figure it out, but we feel good where we're at right now, and felt like we've had a couple of good weeks of practice preparing, and feel like we're on the same page as of right now, and so hopefully the guys are. I know. Hopefully we have a good day and we can build upon this weekend.
What kind of things did you see this fall that gives you some encouragement about going into this season?
Yeah, like we got some athletic kids in the lineup, guys that are dynamic, that can run a little bit, that can hit with some pop, play different styles if we do, depending on who we're facing or the weather or the day, which is good. That's what we want. So on the mound, we just feel like we got some depth, and we feel like 1 through 16 have a chance to get college hitters out, and that's a great feeling, especially as the year goes on, that we can kind of go to that next guy and feel good about being able to do.
All right, so you brought up the pitching. Let's finish with this. Who is going to get the ball here in Game 1?
Yeah, so Christian Grigsby, left-hander, sophomore, transfer in. So he had a really consistent fall for us, and it gives us a dynamic on the mound, being left-handed and having a 3-4 pitch mix. So he's going to get the ball today, and hopefully, again, it's early, so these guys, we're going to watch them relatively with the pitch count. So I don't know if you see too many CGs these first couple weeks, but hopefully he can be, efficient through the first few innings, give us a good start, and, that way, we can get the bullpen a taste and set the tone for the weekend.
Well, you guys are coming off, another trip to the World Series and just shy of another national championship, ranked number 2 in the country. Really looking forward to getting this thing rolling today. I know you are too. I'll let you go. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
All right, a big thank you to Coach Doug Wren and Coach Malcolm Walker. They're exchanging handshakes at the moment. We're getting ready to play baseball here at Mike Carter. Apaches are about ready to take the field for the 2019 season. Let's roll through these lineups as we get ready to play ball. For the visiting Mountain View Lions, returning off of a 15-32 year, they're led by 6th-year head coach Malcolm Walker. And before we do that, let's take a moment to honor America with our national anthem. And we are just about ready to play baseball here at Mike Carter Field. Let's roll through these lineups, get you set for Game 1 of a 3-game set between the Apaches and the Lions from Mountain View. Leading off for the Lions, third baseman Micah Lloyd. Batting second, DH Tyler Tupper. The third batter will be center fielder Eric Williams. Jalen Hicks will bat cleanup and play first base. Bradford Jenkins is the left fielder. He'll bat fifth. The catcher is Caden Ingram. He'll bat sixth. Shortstop Jared Kirk will bat seventh. Second baseman Ryan Randall bats eighth. And batting ninth is the right fielder Lavert Paxton. On the mound for the Lions, 5'11", 150 freshman from St. Cloud High School in Florida, Darren Friedman. For the Apaches, defensively, Seth Ballinger gets the nod in left field. Fiver Trimble in center. Eric Owen in right field. Around the infield is Ty Meisner at third. Tyler Griffin at short. Jaron Burks at second. Michael Morissette at first. Cade Watson behind the plate. And on the mound for the Apaches, 5'11", 165, left-handed sophomore from League City, Texas, Christian Grigsby. Grigsby gets the start for the Apaches. And Grigsby, an Alvin and Cisco transfer, will get his first outing in the Apache pinstripes. They're wearing the pinstripes today. Got the high stirrups going all the way around. I don't think they can wear the. Well, can they wear these low? I'm sure they can. They got to. I think these are the short pants. So, got the white pinstripes with the Apache logo over the left chest, the black ball cap with the Texas Ranger black and gold T on the front, and the black stirrups and the black belts. And the visitors, the Lions from Mountain View, they have an interesting color scheme here. They got the black uniforms with the blue along the sleeves and some yellow gold piping around the sleeves and around the neck, and the black pants to go with that. So we are just about ready. Cade Watson just threw it down, and we're moments away from first pitch. Glad you're with us. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. Apache's coming off another great year. They finished second in the country, losing the national championship IF game in Tennessee. But we start fresh, 0-0. Everybody's undefeated on opening day. And Christian Grigsby has his sign. First pitch is going to miss low, ball one. We're underway at 1 o'clock sharp. Impressive. Right on time. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there. 1 ball, 1 strike to third baseman Micah Lloyd. Steps in from the right side. Next pitch is in there for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, nobody on, nobody out. Just getting started here at Mike Carter Field. Absolutely gorgeous day. 51 degrees at game time. The pitch. That's going to miss inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Absolutely perfect day. Well, that turf kind of radiates the sun heat that hits it. So down there for the players is very comfortable. Going to need a jacket in the stands, but even so, it's a comfortable day. Chopper to third. And this is Meisner, and just does get the leadoff hitter, Lloyd, and there's 1 out. 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. That'll bring up DH Tyler Tupper. So we've got a 3-man umpiring crew. That's always nice to know. Back in the day, we just had a couple of umpires on the field, but most college games now with 3. As Grigsby has the perfect game intact. First pitch is high, ball 1. 1 up and 1 down here, top of the first. Mike Carter Field. About a mile inside the West Loop on Front Street. 1-0 pitch, now time is called. And third base umpire came in and said something, not sure. That well, not sure what happened there. They called it a ball, so 2-0 is the count, the pitch. It's in there, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Tyler Tupper, the batter, he's the designated hitter. He is a sophomore from San Jacinto. I'm not sure if that's high school or college, but tries to bunt his way aboard and fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we got the black pants going. Sorry about that. Move that up. Just move that out of the way. 2-2 with 1 out. Grigsby into the windup. The pitch. Little chopper. Third base side. That's going to trickle foul. And Meisner will pick it up and flip it back to Christian. 5'11", 165. Sophomore. Grigsby's a transfer from Alvin, and from Alvin via Cisco. Pitching coach Mike Ruppenthal, according to him, 88-91 on the fastball. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Lost his footing on that one. Didn't get cheated, but couldn't quite catch up to the Grigsby fastball. 2 up and 2 down on the swinging strikeout. First one of the ball game for Christian Grigsby. And okay, we have my lineup's a little different here, so we'll have to make the adjustment on the fly. This is Jenkins, I believe. Is that right? Bradford Jenkins. Somehow I've got Williams here, but my lineup's a little bit off. So 1-0 pitch. That's on the outside corner. 1-1. He showed bunt. So we've seen a couple of these line hitters early on show that drag bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Top of the first inning. Just getting started here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up there. Good pitch by Grigsby, and he's 1 strike away from bringing the Apaches to the plate. The windup, the 1-2, fouls off the fastball. He was late, but he stays alive. 3-game set here at Mike Carter. Tomorrow will be a doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. We'll broadcast both of those ball games, so if you're not able to make it out here, we will have those online. The 1-2, outside, 2-2. Actually, a nice little crowd gathered. I didn't know who was going to be able to make it at 1 o'clock on a Friday, but there's a few people here today. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Couple of strikeouts to end inning number 1. And Grigsby's got the perfect game. The no-hitter still intact. 1 inning in the books for the Lions. The Apaches will get their chance to face Darren Friedman when we return. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Mike Carter. Let's roll through the Apache batting lineup as the right-handed freshman Darren Friedman takes his warm-up tosses. Leading off is Seth Ballinger in left field. Right fielder Eric Owen bats second. Third baseman Ty Meisner bats third. The cleanup hitter Mike Morissette over at first base. Center fielder Fiver Trimble bats fifth. DH Jason Ballou in the sixth spot. Batting seventh is the catcher Cade Watson. Shortstop Tyler Griffin bats eighth. Jaron Burks will bat ninth for the Apaches. Defensively for the Lions, Bradford Jenkins in left, Eric Williams in center, Lavert Paxton in right, Michael Lloyd at third, Jared Kirk at short, Ryan Randall at second, Jalen Hicks at first, Caden Ingram behind the plate, and on the mound for the Lions, 5'11", 150 out of St. Cloud High School in Florida, Darren Friedman. So Friedman will get the ball for the Lions, and he'll face Seth Ballinger. Ballinger, first batter of the season for the Apache, steps in from the left side. It'll be Ballinger, Owen, and Meisner here in the first for the Apaches. First pitch. First pitch swinging up the middle, base hit. Ballinger breaks up the no-hitter on the first pitch. So the Apaches like that. Their dugout's excited, and stepping in now is Eric Owen, the right fielder. Well, he went back to the dugout. Might have a problem with the helmet. Looks like he's getting new lid. occasionally, I don't know if this was the case or not, but if that umpire saw a crack on the helmet or something, he may have sent him back to get a different helmet. So Ballinger at first, nobody out. Apache's 33-29 last year, 4-3 against Coastal Bend in Region 14 play. Ballinger with a sizable lead over there. Out of the stretch, the pitch. It's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to right fielder Eric Owen. So both these first two hitters for the Apaches, new players on this year's club. Whole new coaching staff for Coach Wren. Taylor White going across town to the big club. UT Tyler. Swinging a foul tip and holding on as the catcher, Caden Ingram. And it's quickly 0-2 on Eric Owen. Might have chased one there. Coach Wren's using that wristband signal system with the players, the batters, and the runners. No balls and 2 strikes. Friedman in the stretch. The pitch. Outside. Nice job by Ingram there to scoop that one up and keep Ballinger at first base. Got a big leg kick here, so you might see Ballinger take off. See if he slide steps or changes up his approach here, but he had a pretty good sizable leg kick. Got to believe if Seth gets a jump here, he's going to have a chance to steal a bag. 1-2, nobody out. Christian Grigsby pitched a scoreless first inning for the Apaches. Ground ball and a couple of strikeouts. Now it's his counterpart, Darren Friedman, on the mound for the Lions. The pitch. There's a slide step, and he got in on the hands, fouls it off, stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And do I have a Baker sighting down there? That's what I see. All right, so the Wren clan at the ballpark, Amelia, Baker, and what's their younger? I'm going to get in trouble right here. Haven't got that in my brain yet. Oh! Seth was leaning, and he planted that right foot and hustled back, stepping a dive, and he's safe. The ball got away from Hicks at first base. And that might have been close if he'd been able to hold on to that ball. It appeared as though Ballinger was looking to steal there. Friedman showed the slide step his last pitch or so, but he did show the big kick, and there's the big one. Little looper that's going to go foul down the right side, out of play. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Well, we do have a live chat feature on the YouTube channel, so if you want to chime in there, we've heard from Miss Morgan and Faith Warren. Appreciate the input there. Wishing Cade Watson all the best. So love to hear from you, where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. We'll give you a little shout out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, the big leg kick, ground ball, foul. Boy, Ballinger had that bag, but with 2 strikes, you got to swing at anything close if you're Eric Owen, and then we'll do it all again. There you go. Chuck Smith to the rescue here. Brooks Wren, the youngster. So Amelia's got her hands full down there. A couple of Wrens in her arms right now. Good crowd at the ballpark. 1-2 with nobody out. Friedman comes set. The pitch. There was a slide step look out of Friedman. Well, he better make sure he comes to a complete pause there. Otherwise, that's going to be a balk. Well, you know what happens when the pitcher balks. Chuck Smith's the only one that's going to get that one. Yeah, we'll have to dig that audio clip from my first year up in the box on the broadcast booth. There's a quick snap throw by Friedman, and Ballinger dives in safely.
So Eric Owen fighting off a number of good pitches from Friedman. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Friedman's done a pretty good job of altering his looks, holding his set position for a while on one pitch and then going quickly on another. So can kind of put the hitter on ice when he does that. But so far, Owen's been able to hang tough. Ty Meisner waits in the on-deck circle. Here's the next 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. You know how many pitches he's thrown in this bat? Nine pitches, so it's a good at bat by Eric Owen. And that's not going to do anything but help the Apaches as they forced Friedman to throw a few more pitches here in the early going. Early in the season, most of these managers are going to have to limit the pitch count of their starters. The next 1-2 pitch and another pickoff, and Ballinger stepping a dive safely. Saw the umpires about an hour before the game. They're supposed to be here about an hour before first pitch, and they were. And I tried to encourage whoever had the plate job today. Hey, big zone today, fella. A lot of strikes. Keep this thing moving. Here's the 1-2. Another foul ball. Great at bat by Owen. And this is what you love to see out of the top of the lineup guys. Guys are going to see pitches and have scrappy at bats. Tim Hunter going with the pullover today. I will always commentate on the apparel of the base coaches. And it looks like Abney's got the pullover too. So not quite cold enough for the hoodie, I guess. The 1-2. Way outside, tried to get Owen to go fishing there. He wouldn't bite. And now it's 2-2. Tim Hunter with the strong beard game today. Former Apache, former Patriot across the city. UT Tyler Patriots got a few weeks before they start playing. There's the 2-2. Little looper, center field, could be trouble, and it falls in. So after all that, 11, 12 pitch at bat, Eric Owen muscles one into center, and it's back-to-back singles for the Apaches. And with 2 on and nobody out, here's Ty Meisner. So Meisner, and here's the challenge for Coach Wren. Is he going to let Meisner swing away here? I got to believe he's going to, but 9-inning ball game. You love to jump out early here, but you'd also love to see a couple guys in scoring position for old Mike Morissette. 2 on, nobody out, and Friedman working through some first-inning trouble. Boy, no bunt there. Meisner with a healthy swing fouls it straight back, and it's 0-1. Well, you got to give Friedman some credit here. He's throwing strikes. And, boy, lengthening at bat by Owen. But I think we figured 12 pitches or so. Next pitch in there, and there's another strike. So he's working ahead of these Apache hitters. So now Meisner will have to work a little bit. No balls and 2 strikes. Got a nice gathering really on both sides of the ballpark today. Apache's got a nice crowd for opening day at a 1 o'clock Friday, and the Lions got their share of fans here today as well. 0-2, and the inside move, nothing moving out there. Apaches with the pinstripe uniforms, and now time is called as Ingram's going to go out and have a chat with Friedman. Trying to make sure they're on the same page here. It's a big at bat in the inning for sure. No outs, and you're up on the 3 spot. The 3-hole hitter, 0-2, so no reason to make a mistake here if you're Darren Friedman. And I think Ingram probably went out and reminded him, hey, let's try to nibble here. No balls and 2 strikes. Look like they're coming up with a fastball. There it is. Bounces out of Ingram's glove. And there's your bunt right there. A couple of free bases, and that could prove costly here in inning number 1. It's going to be a pass ball. Pass ball moves the runners to second and third. That's definitely a ball that Ingram should have caught. He stood up in his stance as if to tell Friedman, I want this ball high, and it did go high, but he just kind of clanged it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Little looper, left field. This could be deep enough, and it's going to be caught by Jenkins, and the run will score. RBI sac fly, and it's 1-0 on a sacrifice fly by Ty Meisner. So it's F8 RBI for Meisner, and Ballinger will come home to score the first run of the ball game. Here's Mike Morissette with 1 out, 1 on. First at bat of the 2019 season. What a season Morissette had last year. 336 on the season, 16 doubles, 3 triples, 7 homers, 62 RBIs, led the club. And he'll get his first at bat of the season. First pitch just misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the infield was drawn in just a hair for that second and third situation, and they're still in a bit here, which not sure exactly what that's about. Swing and a miss. Morissette, pretty good hack right there. Very little wind today, east-southeasterly at 2 miles an hour. So it's a very comfortable day, even though it's kind of chilly. 51 at game time. Very little help. Balls in the air aren't going to get a lot of push today, and they won't be knocked down too much today. So the pennants that fly to our right and left here are pretty limp. The flag in right field just kind of fluttering at the moment. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Owen at second. The pitch to Meisner. In there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Boy, Friedman's throwing strikes. Getting ahead of these hitters. The Apaches have managed to scramble for about a 15 hopper up the middle by Ballinger. And then a little looper by Owen. A pass ball and a sac fly, and it's 1-0 Apaches. If nothing else, they're making Friedman work. The pitch. And Morissette fouls it off. Count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a very quick set motion to the plate by Friedman on that one. This is a situation where if you get a jump there at second, you'd try to get Owen over there with 1 out. Friedman, couple of glances, the pitch. I tell you, Ingram's moving around a lot. Those pitches aren't missing by much. And generally what you want your catcher to do is beat that ball to the spot and stick it. And that was a pretty solid fastball that Mr. Ingram was hopping around on. Makes it really hard for Mr. Umpire to call it a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got Morissette swinging. Big strikeout there for Friedman. That's his first of the ball game. And that will bring up the center fielder, Fiver Trimble. Trimble's first at bat of the season. Nice year for himself. Right at the 300 mark for the year, Fiver Trimble. 42 hits and 140 at bats. He scored 22 runs, 13 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 21 RBIs for the Apache center fielder last season. First pitch to Fiver. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that. And it's no balls, 1 strike. So Trimble is the 5th batter of the inning. And here comes the 125 right on time here at Mike Carter. train track right behind the ballpark. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a high one. 0-2. Not unlike Olson Field down at College Station. Got the train. Can't really see how many engines that go by here, so we can't do that number. But sometimes you can. I guess now with the leaves not out, you might be able to see how many engines are on that train. No balls, 2 strikes to Trimble. The pitch. Boy, just missed. Boy, I'm not sure I could have taken that pitch with 2 strikes. Fiver gets the call, and it's 1-2. Really nice 0-2 pitch from Friedman. And Trimble gets to stand another day. 1-2. Way outside. That's going to get away from Ingram, and scampering over to third base is Eric Owen. So that's a wild pitch there. That ball was in the dirt, and Ingram did all he could to block it, but it bounced away far enough for Owen to get to third. Now you throw another one of those, and you got another run. So Ingram going to have to work really hard here. 2-2 count, 2 outs. 1 run is in. It's 1-0 Apaches. Couple of base hits to lead the inning off, and now you got Owen at third after the wild pitch. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, fastball, and just like his counterpart Grigsby, Darren Friedman strikes out the last 2 batters of the inning to get out of further damage. So the Apaches score 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a guy on. We'll head to the top of the 2nd inning. Your new score at Mike Carter, it's 1-0 Apaches. Welcome back to Mike Carter, top of the 2nd. Left-handed batting first baseman Jalen Hicks will lead it off. It's 4, 5, and 6 as the Lions chase 1 run now. It's 1-0 Apaches. First pitch swung on, and it's 0-1. So Hicks, Ingram, and then Kirk. Swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2 on Jalen Hicks. Christian Grigsby threw 17 pitches in a scoreless first inning. He's going from that windup, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Christian Grigsby. And there's 1 up and 1 down here in the 2nd inning. Apaches lead 1-0. Couple of singles, a pass ball, a wild pitch, a sac fly. And they were able to plate 1 run. Seth Ballinger scored the first run of the ball game. Led the game off on the first pitch with a single up the middle. So, all right, my lineup's a little, this is Ingram, right? First pitch swinging, pops it up right side. Morissette is going to run out of real estate. He leans over with, oh my goodness, did that ball? Oh, it hit the pole. All right, because I thought it came back. He reached back to his right with his glove hand because the ball went out the light standards. So we got about 100-foot light standards here. AA lights at Mike Carter. Really outstanding lights on this ballpark. And the that foul ball went off the light standard and back into play. Boy, in the backyard, he might have been out. But not here at Mike Carter. That's going to be a ground rule there. 0-1 pitch outside, and it's 1-1. We do have 2 light poles inside the home run fence. We are about we're 325 down the lines, 361 in the gaps, 370 straight away. 18-foot high wall, ground ball, third base side. I don't know if it's 18, maybe 15. I know we've measured it before, but memory doesn't serve me right now. So I thought it was somewhere close to 18 feet. But it's a high wall, let's just say that. And for as short as it is in center, at 370, this ballpark plays a lot deeper than those numbers suggest. 1-2 pitch. Pop up right side. This looks to stay in play. Morissette gives chase and can't get there. Owen gave chase and gave a slide right before he got to the warning track, and it falls in that Bermuda Triangle of no man's land down there, and it's another strike. So it's 1-2 on Caden Ingram. There is an I score. If you want to follow the ball game, some of the statistical things on the game, you can follow it on I score. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. That's 4 in a row for Grigsby. And so you can get certain information for free, and the for $1.99 a month or $19.99 a year, a premium membership for iScore will get you the full box score in real time. So I know that Chuck Smith just said that we may do that as a club, so may want to hold on to your money for now. That may be available to fans for free in the near future. But for now, you can get, what is it? It's a kind of a spray it's a strike zone type of view and kind of a scoreboard type, or a view of the field with the batters or the runners and the fielders on there. And so iScore, if you go to the Apache website, not far from it, it'll show the diamond with who's playing in the field at the time, the batter, and each pitch as they come in. So we're keeping a live stat program called iScore. If you want to follow that, you can. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's 5 in a row for Grigsby. He struck out the side. As we'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, the score remains Tyler 1, Mountain View 0. Back in a minute. All right, we'll welcome you back a little bit early as a couple of shout-outs here. We had a few people check in on the YouTube live chat. Sarah Bradshaw wishing Jackson good luck, and Aunt Debbie checking in earlier on, and then Lauren Crude wishing that home plate umpire good luck. I hope he doesn't need luck, I'll tell you that. So far, he's doing a good job. He's calling a lot of strikes, so keeping this game moving right along. Bottom of 2. Look out! Almost got him. Little chin music there for Jason Ballou. Fastball up and in, right up under the chinny chin. And it's 1 ball, no strikes on the Apache designated hitter. Ballou, a .207 average last season in limited action, 6 out of 29. 3 runs scored, 3 doubles. Did have a home run. First hit of the year for Ballou is going to go all the way to the fence. He'll hit first and chug for second. He's got a stand-up double to lead off the second inning. Well, he went down and got that and drove it into the right center gap. Well hit ball by Jason Ballou, and the Apaches have started both innings with a base hit. Ballinger led off inning number 1 with a single to center, and now it's Ballou driving a ball past the center fielder Eric Williams to the wall. He stands at second for Cade Watson. Watson, second leading batting average on the club last year, .350. 12 doubles, a triple, no home runs, 19 RBIs for the Apache catcher. And Watson will get his first at bat of the season here in the second inning. Apaches lead 1-0. They are threatening here in the second again. Darren Friedman with the pitch. There's the bunt, and I think he might have fouled it off. Mr. Umpire doesn't give us a visual there. Normally you're going to see the hands come up. But, all right, we got another person, Shannon Gondrin, rooting for those Lions. She might be from Louisiana. She spelled go, G-E-A-U-X. And got some Lion fans checking in. Like to see that. So appreciate the shout-outs there from Shannon and the other Lion fans. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's no balls and 2 strikes to Cade Watson. Tyler Griffin waits on deck. With Ballou at second, nobody out. Apaches lead 1-0. In the bottom of a second, single 9 inning today, and then a double header tomorrow. 1 o'clock start time. We'll be on the air about 12:45. Have pregame interviews for you. Look out! That got him. And chugging down to first is Watson. And he'll reach by hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Ty Griffin. So you're probably going to see Griffin try to move these runners here with a sack bunt. We'll see. He's looking at his wristband here. Coach Wren just gave him the sign. So Coach Wren's got a script in that dugout, kind of like those NFL coaches. He looks down and he'll sign in a couple of numbers, and players will look down at their wristband, and that'll tell them what that number corresponds to. The first pitch, and he's going to show bunt, but pull back for ball 1. So Coach Wren going through the signs again, and Griffin will peek at that wristband, try to make sure they're on the same page. 1-0, nobody out. With a 1-0 lead, you'd think that Griffin would probably square around again here. Here's the 1-0, he does. And that ball sails outside, so now Friedman struggling to throw strikes here in the second inning. Well, the last thing he wants to do is load him up with a walk. But, you'll take it if you're an Apache fan. And sometimes what you do here as a coach is you'll actually put the fake bunt on and have him take a pitch here, have him square around, but just take it and force Friedman to throw a strike. We'll see what happens. Friedman has a sign. It's a 2-0 count. Ballou's at second. Watson's at first. The pitch. He does not square around and takes ball 3. That ball just missed off the plate. Well, if he took 2-0, I got to believe you're going to take 3-0 here. When you're at the 8th spot in the lineup, Jaron Burks waits on deck. Got a chance to load him up in the second. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike, and now Coach Wren will have to decide whether he wants to turn Griffin loose here or have him move these runners. And I'm not betting, man, but if I was, I'd bet he's going to square bunt him. But we'll see. Friedman has the sign, come set. Here's the 3-1. No bunt there. Griffin taking his hacks. Well, now you're going to go ahead and you need a productive at bat if you're Tyler Griffin. If you make an out, it needs to move these runners. And obviously you're looking for a hit. Best case scenario, you drive one out of the ballpark. That would clear the bases. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Friedman comes set, the pitch. The runner's moving. Fly ball, left field, into the gap. This is Jenkins going over. Now it's going to be the center fielder, Williams, calling him off, and the runners will have to hustle back. So runners moving on the pitch. It's an F8, and that'll bring up Jaron Burks. So that ball probably wasn't deep enough to have the runners tag. So Coach Wren trying to move those runners by having them actually move on the 3-2 pitch. And stepping in now, second baseman Jaron Burks. We're at the 9 spot in the Apache lineup. First and second, 1 out, second inning, 1-0 Tyler. The pitch. Little chopper to third. And he takes the short hop and takes the out at first base. That's Michael Lloyd over there making the play at third base. So ground ball will move the runners. And there's 2 outs and 2 men in scoring position. Back to the top we go. And here's Seth Ballinger. Ballinger hitting 1,000 on the campaign. 1 for 1. He took the first pitch of the Apache first inning, right up the middle, solid single. And he'll get his second crack at things here. Ballinger with a chance to extend the Apaches' 1-0 lead here in the second. First pitch. Breaking pitch, back door, strike 1. So not quite as aggressive as the first at bat. Ballinger takes an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-1. Ballou at third, Watson at second. Freshman Darren Friedman on the mound for the Lions. The pitch. It's off the plate. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty much playing Ballinger straight away. Third baseman, even with the bag, just in case he decides to lay down a bunt. Here's the 1-1. That ball missed up. And Friedman asking where it was. And ball was up and away. Not by much. 2 balls and a strike to Seth Ballinger. Steps in from the left side. The 2-1. That's high. And now you're 1 pitch away from loading him up. So Ballinger has worked the count to 3 balls and a strike. Got a chance to push things out a little bit. He's probably going to get something good to hit here if he wants to whack at it. We're up to 53 degrees now here at Mike Carter. Here's a 3-1. Inside corner. And it's a full count on left fielder Seth Ballinger. Well, that was a better job by Ingram of framing that pitch. That pitch, Friedman's made that pitch about 4 or 5 times in this ball game, and that time Ingram did a little better job of actually framing it and letting Mr. Umpire get a good look at it. 3-2, 2 outs, 2 on for the Apaches. They lead at 1-0. We're in the bottom of inning number 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and nice job by Friedman to get out of trouble. His 3rd strikeout, and boy, that got a nice little gathering for the Lions. Their dugout erupted after that strikeout, and so that'll do it for the Apaches as they strand 2 guys in scoring position. A leadoff double and a hit batter are stranded. We'll head to inning number 3. The score remains the Apaches 1 and the Lions 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. All right, a couple more shout-outs here as we've got a couple folks checking in. Good luck to Ryan Randall from Kid Creole and Justin Mason, wishing the best to both clubs, former assistant coach at Lyndale High School. Thanks for checking in on that YouTube live chat. We'll give you a shout-out if you do so. Love to hear from where you're watching the ball game, who you're rooting for. The Apaches and the Lions, opening day in the NJCAA all around America. Of course, north of the Mason-Dixon line, not a lot of baseball going on up there. But, boy, here in Texas and probably in much of the South, you're going to have a lot of JUCO baseball. 4-year schools can't start for probably another week or 2, depending on what level you're talking about. First pitch in there for strike 1. And I believe this is Jared Kirk. Is that right? Is this Kirk? No. Who is 14? Noah Godrin is the batter. Okay, my lineup is missing him, so they had someone come up to the press box right at first pitch, and I don't. Is that what did you guys have that? Is that the change they made? It was someone else. All right, the lineup I took a picture of is not the lineup we have. So I think Chuck's got it. So I'll fix mine here in a minute. Little looping fly ball left field. Ballinger's got a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the first out. So that breaks the string of 5 strikeouts in a row. I'm gonna mark it as an L7. There's a little liner, a little looping liner. Here's Ryan Randall now, the second baseman, first time up. So that was number 14, Noah Gondrin. So I'm going to have to adjust my lineup just a hair here. Noah does a nice job of putting the bat on the ball. But Ballinger puts the glove on it, and there's 1 out, nobody aboard. And here is Ryan Randall, second baseman, steps in from the left side, pops it straight up. That's going to be just off the net. They got some new netting here. And, boy, you got to be careful. Got to pay attention. That old netting was angled, and this one is angled as well, but it's much higher, different style of netting. And you're probably going to have to be a little more heads up here at the ballpark if you come out and watch some games this spring for the Apaches. 1-1 pitch. But that pitch just missed. 2 balls and a strike. You got a left-on-left matchup, left-handed sophomore Christian Grigsby, and the left-handed second baseman Ryan Randall. Swing and a miss. Pretty good hack by Randall. And it's 2-2. Boy, a couple of these line hitters have come out of their shoes. So far, not a lot to speak of here. 5 strikeouts in the first 2 1/3 for Grigsby. That pitch misses, and it's a full count. Grigsby has done a pretty good job of keeping his pitch count manageable. 28 pitches going into inning number 3. His counterpart, Friedman, has 45. And that fastball well off the plate, ball 4. So there's the first base on balls issued by either pitcher. So the first base runner of the day for the Lions, here's LeVert Paxton, the right fielder. First at bat of the 2019 season for Paxton. Runner at first with 1 out. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Inside corner. Apaches lead 1-0. We're in the top of inning number 3 of a 9-inning ball game. Single 9 today, and then a doubleheader tomorrow. Same game time, and he picked him off. Got the run down. Morissette running him back to second, and nicely handled by the Apache infielders. 1, 3, and 4 on the pickoff. 1 to 3 to 4, and Randall is picked off, and there's nobody aboard now. 2 outs. So nice job there by Christian Grigsby. Now we can go back to the windup. Here's the 0-1. Fly ball, well hit center field, and Fiver's not going to get it. That's going to one-hop the fence. Boy, nice piece of hitting right there by the right fielder, LeVert Paxton. He went down and got it and drove it. Well, you like to see your 9-hitter driving the ball one hop off the fence. So now, a little 2-out rally. Back to the top we go, and Micah Lloyd grounded out to Meisner at third base his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Well, it's really encouraging to see a nice gathering here at Mike Carter, considering Friday afternoon at 1 on a kind of a chilly day. Beautiful day, though. 53 degrees now, and with no wind, it's very comfortable to watch. So we got some hoodies in the stands and some jackets, but also got some folks with no jackets. So, and also a couple of blankets. People sitting in the shade got the blanket on. Guys in the bullpen got their hoodies on. It's kind of shady down there. That corner is always hard to warm up. Pop up right side out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a 2-out double by LeVert Paxton has him at second base. Christian Grigsby trying to get the Apaches back in the dugout. They lead it 1-0. Paxton with that lead. The 1-1. Off speed, catches the heart of the plate, and it's 1-2. So Micah Lloyd trying to tie this game up. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The spin move, and well, I love to do that early in the ball game. It just plants the seed for the whole series that the Apache pitchers will not be afraid to do that. Forces those base runners to kind of honor it. So nice job of trying to keep that running game in check by Grigsby. Paxton takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces Wild on the board. Well, Athletic Director Chuck Smith, thanks for your help. I don't know if you're headed out of here or not, but appreciate the help on the soundboard. Check swing. That's going to head over toward the Apache dugout. Okay. Yeah, give me some feedback for sure. The Apaches 1 run on 3 hits. The Lions no runs on 1 hit. Neither team has committed an error yet. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Watson will fire it down, and it's another strikeout. Strikeout number 6 for Grigsby. And that'll do it for the Lions in the top of the third inning. We'll head to the bottom half. It's still 1-0 Apaches. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Shout out to UT Tyler coach Brent Porsche. Appreciate him watching the broadcast. His assistant Dalton Smith working down there, scouting this game. As the Patriots have been the beneficiary of the success of the Apache program. A lot of these Apaches have gone right to UT Tyler. So a big shout out to Coach Porsche. I'll be doing their games as well this year, and it won't be long. I'll be interviewing him before the ball games over there at Irwin Field. And I know they're getting ready to go as well. So the Apaches 2, 3, and 4 here in the third inning. Check swing and fouled off to the right by Eric Owen. Owen base hit to center his first time up. He's 1 for 1. So thanks for Coach Porsche with the note. Appreciate him checking in with us. Also appreciate the feedback we've gotten on the YouTube live chat. Looks like we've heard from John Maddox. A little shout out to him. Ground ball left side through the hole. So look at that. Eric Owen 2 for 2 on the year. So that's a 1B7 if you're scoring at the house. And really for the third inning in a row, the Apaches with their leadoff batter aboard. So doing a good job of getting guys on. They also have left 3 guys in scoring position here so far in 2 innings. So that will catch up to you. Need to get the big hit. And a snap throw over to keep Owen close. Here's the 157 right on time here at Mike Carter. Train gonna go by that right field wall in a few minutes. 1-0 Apaches. And stepping in is Meisner. Ty Meisner. Sack flying an RBI his first time up. So he doesn't have an official at bat, but he's got an official RBI. He drove in Seth Ballinger back in the first inning. First pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. So Owen, Meisner, and Morissette to come to the plate for the Apaches here in inning number 3. They lead at 1-0. They now have 4 hits on the board. Another strike. Boy, Friedman done a pretty good job of throwing strikes. He's not fallen behind too many hitters. And he's jumped ahead quickly, 0-2 to Ty Meisner. Comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase one. And that's strikeout number 4 for Friedman. So he's starting to feel it a little bit. High strike. And, boy, when you get ahead of hitters, that makes a big difference. So Meisner's out swinging. Here's Michael Morissette. He struck out swinging his first time up. 0 for 1 on the day. Friedman from the stretch. And you might see Owen look for an opportunity to get a jump and steal second here at some point in this at bat. Friedman's done a pretty good job of mixing up his looks. Comes set. There's another pickoff. He has not been afraid to pick off as well. One of the things I noticed about the ballpark this season from last year, they replaced the mound turf, the rectangle where the pitcher throws from, and they've replaced the right-handed batter's box. Those are the highway areas on this field. Of course, I'm quite jealous. This thing was all natural for 17 years when I coached here, and Coach Wren they haven't had to water this field in about 3 years. We used to have to water and drag this thing 3 or 4, sometimes 3 times a day when it was hot and dry. But a beautiful field here at Mike Carter, fully turfed all the way around. One ball, no strikes, 1 out, and 1 aboard. The pitch. And takes an off-speed pitch in the strike zone, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Coach Wren puts the sign on Morissette, checks his wristband. And not a bad hit and run count. Might be a run and hit. All kinds of things you can do in this situation. See if anything's dialed up. Friedman comes set. The pitch. Nothing going. And that ball missed. Well, you don't want to fall behind Mr. Morissette too many times. Was watching a scrimmage last week, and don't know who was pitching, but took a high fastball over the left field wall. Opposite way. So Morissette capable of doing some damage. 62 RBIs last season. Led the team. 2 balls and a strike, the pitch. Runner moving. Might have been a hit and run, and he pops it up. It's going to be Jenkins in left, and now it's going to be Williams in center calling him off for the second out of the inning. So the hit and run might have been on there, and Morissette just couldn't quite get the barrel on top of the ball, pops it up, and Owen back to first base with 2 outs. Well, here's Fiver Trimble. He struck out looking his first time up. And, well, you probably will maybe look for a chance to get Owen to second here early in this count. Give Fiver a chance to drive him in. High leg kick. Boy, he should get this bag, and no chance. He went with the high leg kick on the first pitch, and Owen was off to the races. Stolen bag, first of the year for Owen, and first of the day for the Apaches. And now you got that runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And 1 ball, no strikes. Ball was called a ball. Pitch was called a ball. There we go. Mr. Umpire was trying to let you know. Here's the 1-0. Misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. 1-4-0 for the Tyler Apaches. The Mountain View Lions, no runs on 1 hit and no errors. Lions out of the Metro Conference in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, coming off a 15-32 year. They were 9-21 in conference play. Pop-up left side. This could stay in play. Lloyd drifting toward the fence. And, oh, the shortstop. Boy, that was Jared Kirk came over, and it bounced off his glove. But it looked like Lloyd was camped there. And the shortstop, Kirk, came in behind him. I don't know if they actually, kind of an awkward-looking play, but it went off of Kirk's glove and out of play, so that'll be a strike. And, boy, if we were in the big leagues, they might have called that an error, but we're not in the big leagues. So. Not an easy play for either ball player, although it looked to me like Lloyd had the beat on it. He was waiting at the fence, and I don't know if Kirk had a better angle or what, but he came flying at the end and actually went off his glove, it looked like. Went off somebody's glove. Here's the 2-1. That ball gets away in the wild pitch, and scampering over to third base is Eric Owen. So second wild pitch of the game. Actually, might be the third wild pitch. Yeah, second. Second wild pitch of the game here for Friedman. And now with a 3-1 count and 2 outs, Trimble with a chance to drive a run in. Boy, I'm not really sure. Jalen Hicks is creeping at first with 2 outs. That not likely to have a bunt here. Swing and a miss. Big hack by Fiver. And that'll run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count on Fiver Trimble. Eric Owenower at third base for the second time. He got over there his first time up and could not score. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Trimble down on strikes for the second time. Strikeout number 5 for Friedman. And he gets out of trouble again. So the score will stay at 1-0. Nice job by the freshman Darren Friedman to get out of trouble. We'll head to the 4th inning. 1-0 Apaches. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. And I guess we've heard from Shannon Gondron, and I guess I maybe gave John Maddox a shout-out already. Wishing well to the Apaches and to the Patriots, returning national champs. Boy, you got the #1 team in the nation last year, Division III, in the UT Tyler Patriots. And you got the #2 team in the junior college ranks of the Division III level here in the Apaches. So college baseball in the Rose City doing quite well. 0-1 pitch, going to miss low, and it's 1-1 on the designated hitter, Tyler Tupper. Tupper struck out swinging in his first at-bat, so he's 0 for 1. Top of the 4th inning, 9-inning ball game here. A clear, cool day in East Texas. We are on the East Texas Fairgrounds, Rose City Complex officially, right next to the Tyler Rose Garden, just behind Harvey Convention Center, just about a mile inside the West Loop. Two balls and a strike, nobody on and nobody out. Swing and a miss. Another healthy swing by a Lion batter, as Tupper does not get cheated. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2, 3, and 4 for the Lions here in the 4th inning. The Lions have had 2 base runners in this ballgame. There's a little tapper off the glove of Grigsby. Tough play and no play. That's going to be a single. There goes the no-hitter. Boy, it's a 1B16 off the glove of Grigsby, and by the time that Griffin got there, there was no play. Tupper reaches safely with the first hit of the game for the Lions. Well, you had the no-hitter up until then. And, well, who is this? This is Ingram. Jenkins going to lay down a bunt. First base side, tough play, can't make it. I don't know if he got him either way. I don't know. He dropped that ball, though. I think he might have got him. I'm going to score it an error right now. Well, Coach Wren can change it if he wants to later. Definitely a sacrifice. It would have moved the runner either way. And now you got first and second. Still nobody out, and you might see Jalen Hicks now lay down a bunt. the Apaches believe that's going to, and now time is called as Hicks steps out of the box. Got to believe you're going to bunt here. Only got 2 hits in the ball game, and you got 2 runners on, nobody out. Caden Ingram stands on deck. The pitch. Did not square around. And now you're going to have Cade Watson go out and settle down Grigsby. You know, I think they have some new visitation rules. I'm going to have to study up on the. Mr. Umpire's making some notes here on his lineup sheet. I think there are new rules related to visits. That was a visit. Cade Watson, even though the coach didn't go to the mound, you're only allowed so many visits before you've got to make a change. So I don't think it counts as an official visit by a coach. But in the scope of a ball game, that catcher can't go out again and again and again. They're trying to speed the game up at the college level. So I need to study up some of the rules emphasis, because I think they've changed that a bit this season. Heard some umpires talking a couple weeks ago about that. Here's the 1-0. And now he is squaring around and pulls back for ball 2. So, all right, we've heard from Avery Moore and Mitchell. So you got no outs, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch from Grigsby. There's the bunt. Left side. And Meisner, tough getting rid of it. Just did get him. Boy, bang, bang play at first base as Ty Meisner had a little trouble getting rid of that ball quickly. And he finally made a good, strong throw to get Hicks by a nose. So that goes to sacrifice, 5-3. 5-3 on the sac bunt. And runners will move to second and third with 1 out. And here's your chance for the Lions as Ingram steps in with the runners in scoring position and only 1 out. And that's going to be fouled off. He chases a fastball. Runner at third, 1 out, 0-1 count on Caden Ingram. The pitch. Well hit, high and foul. Boy, way out in front of that ball. We aren't going to get that one back. That's into the maintenance center for the Rose Garden. So, no balls, 2 strikes. Corner infielders are in for the Apaches, even with the bag. Middle guys are back. Here's the 0-2. Way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 Apaches, but the tying run for the Lions is 90 feet away as Tyler Tupper at third and Bradford Jenkins at second. Grigsby comes set. The 1-2. High and away. 2-2. And Lion dugout trying to get something going here, some excitement. You got a nice little crowd here, do the Lions, and the Apaches very well represented in the stands as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout right there. Strikeout number 7 for Grigsby, and he's 1 out away from getting out of trouble here in the 4th inning. Here's Jared Kirk now. He struck out swinging his first time up. Going from the windup is Christian Grigsby. First pitch, swing and a miss. Waved at that off-speed pitch. He was looking fastball there and did not get it. So a strikeout of Ingram, and now it's Kirk with a chance to give the Lions the lead. It's 1-0 Tyler. Breaking pitch misses high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Dave Bouguet is checking in from Colorado. Happy to see Apache baseball get started. Big shout out to Dave and Bev. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Jared Kirk. All our best to Bev and Dave up there in Colorado. Stay warm. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. Gets Grigsby out of trouble here in inning number 4. Still a donut on the run column. They do get their first 2 hits of the ball game, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. The score remains Apaches 1 and Lions 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Apaches. 6, 7, and 8 for Tyler. Wearing the pinstripes today. Jason Ballou steps in. He doubled to center field his first time up. He's 1 for 1 on the year. So it's Ballou, Watson, and Griffin coming to the plate, and they will face the right-handed freshman Darren Friedman. That was pitch number 61 for Friedman. Boy, just misses, not by much, on the slider. 2 balls, no strikes. Boy, Ballou, he's probably going to get he's not going to get cheated on this pitch right here. Something tells me if he gets something, he's going to take a rip. 2-0 pitch. Way off the plate, not going to go fishing on that one. And now it's 3-0. Pitch, just missed, and a leadoff walk. And for the 4th inning in a row, the Apaches have their leadoff batter aboard. That's great news. However, you're only leading 1-0. Apaches have also left 4 base runners in scoring position in 3 innings of baseball here. So at some point, you need to start getting some timely hits. Stepping in is Cade Watson. Got hit by a pitch his first time up. You might see a bunt here. First pitch, no square around by Watson, ball 1. So Ballou at first, Watson at the plate. I think it was Watson that has the fancy new haircut. Somebody had the... Now, that's one of the things I liked about opening days. Everybody's neat and clean and got the new haircut going. Uniform's nice and clean. Of course, the uniforms don't get dirty on this turf, so that's not really a big issue anymore. Foul ball off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, just some high, thin clouds today. A lot of sunshine, making it a beautiful day at the ballpark. There goes the runner. Ground ball up the middle. And this will be Kirk throwing across to get Watson, who does a nice job of moving the runner. So a little run and hit or hit and run there. And 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. Ballou goes to second with 1 out. Here's Tyler Griffin. Well, you've been here before, Apache fans. You've left 4 guys in scoring position in the first 3 innings, so you need to start cashing in on these opportunities. As they've done a nice job of getting guys on and getting them over. We just haven't gotten them in. And here's Griffin's chance to do so. He was up last time with runners at first and second. Nobody out. Flew out to center. The pitch. Boy, just missed, not by much. 1-0 to Tyler Griffin. I appreciate all the shout-outs on the live chat feature on YouTube. Want to give us a shout-out on the chat feature. We'll say hi to you on the air and let everybody else know you're watching. The 1-0. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler Griffin at the plate. Jaron Burks waits on deck. Apaches last year, 33-29, finished second in the country. And the preseason poll this year, just a few days ago, came out, and they're ranked number 2. Let's see if I can pull that up for you. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. So Oakton is the number 1 ranked team. They're out of Illinois. Then is Tyler, number 2. Gloucester, Rowan Gloucester out of New Jersey is number 3. Niagara, number 4. That's out of New York. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Misses high, 2-2. Eastfield, there's 3 teams from Texas that are in the top 6. Eastfield is 5th, and Brookhaven is 6th. They're both in the Metro Athletic Conference, in the same conference with these Mountain View Lions. Herkimer out of New York is 7. Northampton out of Pennsylvania, 8. Brookdale out of New Jersey, 9. And Century from Minnesota rounding out the top 10 of the preseason rankings for the NJCA Division III baseball programs. So they won't do another poll for another month or 5 weeks or so, because the only people playing ball right now are the people that are in the warm weather states, and that is very few. 90% of the Division III baseball at the junior college level is played from Minnesota to Massachusetts. And there's just a handful of schools down here in the warm weather area. And I'm trying to think. The only ones that are down here are the 5 in the Metro, and then the 2 in the Region 14. That would be Tyler and Coastal Bend. So 7 schools, all the other Division IIIs. There goes the runner. Throw to third, and, boy, it's close. Got him! Boy, bang, bang at third. No argument from Tim Hunter there, as Jason Ballou thrown out 2-5 on the caught stealing. And I'm not sure, are we 2-2 on the count? We are 3-2 on the count. Home plate umpire. 3-2 on the count, so Coach Wren trying to get Ballou over to third, and that was a banger over there. And Looked like the ball did beat him, but it also looked like he might have got to the backside of the bag, but we don't have the best angle here. Breaking pitch off the plate, ball 4. So on the check swing and no go on the check swing. So that's the first walk of the day for Darren Friedman. So runner at first, 2 outs. Here's Jaron Burks now, second baseman, grounded out to third his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Still 1-0 Apaches. Ballou just got thrown out at third on a very close play. So they'll try to probably get Griffin over to second here. First pitch is in there, strike 1. 1-4-0 for the Apaches, 0-2-0 for the Lions from Mountain View. Time is called. 2 outs and 1 aboard. Apaches and the Lions squaring up in a 3-game series. This is game 1. Saturday will be doubleheader day tomorrow. 1 o'clock start for game 1. 0-1 pitch. Looping liner right at the shortstop. Kind of a soft liner, and Kirk squeezes it for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Apaches on the L6. And we will head to inning number 5. We're almost halfway home. 1-0 Apaches. All right, well, you can close the book on Christian Grigsby. He gets 8 punch-outs in 4 innings. He walks 1 and gives up 2 hits. He will give way here to Tanner McNamara, freshman right-hander, 6'3", 185 out of College Station, Texas. And McNamara sporting the old stash today. No balls and 1 strike. He's going to go from the stretch here right out of the gate. He's facing, this is Noah Gondron. Foul tip. Gondron hit a line drive, little looping liner out to Ballinger and left his last time up. Put the bat on the ball with some authority, and he'll step in for the second time today, 0 for 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of inning number 5. Tanner McNamara. Strike 3 called. 9th strikeout of the day for Apache pitchers. The first strikeout for McNamara. Right-hander from College Station. Here's Ryan Randall now for the second time today. He walked his first time up. He's going to try to bunt. Well, foul ball. Home plate umpire said it went off his foot, so we'll all come back and do it again. It's 0-1. Randall showing bunt there, trying to get something started. We're at the 8th spot in the lineup, 7, 8, and 9. Little tapper foul at the home plate. And it's quickly 0-2 on second baseman Ryan Randall. Lavert Paxton waits on deck for the Lions. They trail it 1-0. We're in the top of inning number 5. The pitch. Off the plate on the breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McNamara, 6'3", 185-pound freshman. Out of College Station. That ball's going to miss low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Tried to get him to go after a breaking pitch that's low. Watson does a nice job of smothering that breaking pitch in the dirt. But Randall takes it for ball 3. It's a full count. The pitch. Looper, center field, coming on is Trimble, and he'll have an easy catch. Two hands here in the big leagues. One-handed grab out there. And there's 2 up and 2 down for the Lions here in the 5th. Here's Lavert Paxton for the second time. He drove a ball, one-hop the fence in center field his first time up. He's 1 for 1. So McNamara has gotten the first 2 lines, and Paxton stepping out of the box having a sneezing fit here. Finally steps back in with a smile on his face, trying to get rid of the sneezes. Next pitch is, they're going to check the check swing. He did not go. And are we 2-0 or 1-0? Did he step out? Is that what the sneeze thing was? That was the first pitch of the at bat. Just missed. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, nobody bored. A strikeout looking of Condren and a fly ball to center. And that ball misses up and in, and it's quickly now 3-0 on the 9-hitter, Lavert Paxton. Leadoff hitter Michael Lloyd waits on deck. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Boy, that ball's hit high and deep to left, but foul. And that'll head over toward the bullpen area. And count's going to be now full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You do have some guys just warming up, just kind of loosening their body down in that Lion bullpen. 75 pitches, swing and a miss, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Lions' 10th strikeout of Lion batters, the 2nd strikeout of the inning for Tana McNamara. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. We are officially halfway through this 9-inning ball game. It's 1-0 Tyler. Top of the lineup for the Apaches, Ballinger, Owen, and Meisner. They'll try to build on a 1-0 lead. Back here at Mike Carter Field, Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. We're halfway home, bottom of inning number 5. Friedman's still on the mound for the Lions. Done a nice job so far of limiting the Apaches to just 1 run, despite the fact that they've left 5 runners on, 4 in scoring position in the first 4 innings. So he's worked his way out of some trouble, the freshman from Florida, St. Cloud High School. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Seth. Well hit, center field. And Williams going back, and he can't make the play. It's going to one-hop the fence. Ballinger's going to hit second and head for third. He'll get there. A triple for Seth Ballinger, and that's his second hit of the day. Boy, he went down and got that pitch and drove it over the head of center fielder Eric Williams. Williams made a good effort, almost made the catch. Ball hit just shy of the fence and bounced up off the tarp on the fence. And the Apaches, for the 5th inning in a row, have their leadoff batter aboard. Nope. Runner at third with no one out. You'd like to think that the Apaches would get something out of this. We'll see. They are not playing in, only the corners. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Owen waves through a breaking pitch, like a slider. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Well, someone else has checked in. Mark Cadosis. Big shout out to Mark. Not sure where he's watching from, but appreciate him checking into the broadcast. Here's the 0-1. Little looping fly. Williams in center coming in and almost misjudged it, but does make the catch. That'll easily score Ballinger. It's 2-0 Apaches. So Eric Owen with the sac fly. That's the second sac fly of the day for the Apaches. And this guy got the first one. So an RBI for Owen. Run scored for Ballinger. He scored both of the Apache runs. And it's 2-0. Here's Ty Meisner for the 3rd time. A sac fly and an RBI back in the first. Struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. So Meisner 0 for 1 on the young season with an RBI. Friedman goes back to the windup. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1. Fastball splits the plate in half. And it's quickly 0-2 on Meisner. Got to think that Friedman's getting close to his pitch count. He started the inning with 75. Be in the low 80s, I think, at this point. You got a pitch count on me? 80 what? 82 right now, so generally don't see a lot of high pitch count. That ball's driven to left. Is it going to stay fair? It just drifts foul. So Meisner went down and got that pitch, drove it, but couldn't keep it from going foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody aboard. The Apaches have scored their 2nd run in the inning. After the triple, leadoff triple by Ballinger and a sac fly by Eric Owen. Darren Friedman, the wind and the pitch. Low and away, 2-2. Just a beautiful day at the ballpark. As the sun has been out most of the afternoon. Now we got a little more cloud cover coming in, but still very bright out here. Game time temperature was 51, and last I checked it was 53. I don't know if we're going to go too much higher than that today. 2-2 pitch, another one in the dirt, and it's 3-2. We're now at 54 degrees. So we're supposed to get a little warmer tomorrow. And high, well, Yeah, 56 they're calling for as a high tomorrow. So similar day at the ballpark tomorrow. If you're coming out to watch the Apaches tomorrow in the doubleheader, might want to bring a jacket. Maybe even a blanket or two, because there's plenty of blankets out here. 3-2 pitch. The pop-up right side. This is Paxton now in right field and makes the grab for out number 2. So the F9 off the bat of Meisner brings up Michael Morissette, 0 for 2 in the young season. Is the Apache first baseman. Struck out swinging, popped up to center field. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Apaches lead it 2-0. 2-5-0 for the Apaches, 0-2-0 for the Mountain View Lions. We're in the bottom of inning number 5. Breaking pitch misses low. And the closer to 100 pitches that old Mr. Friedman goes, that right arm he was shaking that out just a little bit after that pitch. I believe you might see, you got a right-hander getting loose in the bullpen for the Lions. Here's the 1-0. Misses inside, 2-0. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can pull up some of the other. Region 5 is not putting their schedule out there yet. Well, yes, they are. Let's see here. We'll read off some of the games in Region 5. Pop up left side. Jenkins going to come in. Now it's going to be the shortstop, Kirk, calling him off. And it's an easy play for shortstop Jared Kirk. And that'll end the inning on the F6. But the Apaches with a leadoff triple and a sac fly by Eric Owen. And they increase their lead now. It's 2-0 Tyler as we head to the top of the 6th. Back in just a minute. And welcome back to Tyler, Texas, as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And it's top of the lineup, 1, 2, and 3, Lloyd, Tupper, and Jenkins, scheduled to come to home plate for the Mountain View Lions. Big shout out to Edward Atkins. He's going to be my right-hand man on the statistics this year. Give me the pitch count every inning. He's the one who's also keeping your I score on track. So those of you who are going to follow on the by the way, Athletic Director Chuck Smith told me that if you do access iScore on a computer, it is free. And you will, I think, get the full box score and everything. If you access it on a mobile device, then you still will get, you'll get a little bit of information. But if you pay the monthly premium, I think it's $2 a month, you can get the full box score info on a mobile device at iScore. So, but Edward will be keeping me straight on my P's and Q's all season here. So thanks for his efforts today. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left-handed batting Micah Lloyd. And that ball's going to miss as Tanner McNamara threw 16 pitches in his first inning of work. Got the Lions in order, a couple of strikeouts back in the 5th inning. He's back on the mound for the Apaches. That ball is going to miss inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, this is what you got to do this time of year. You got to go to your bullpen because you can't stretch these guys out too early. It's just too early in the season to have your starters go deep. So generally speaking, early in the year, it's a battle of the bullpens, and it's a leadoff walk. So for the second time today, the Lions have their leadoff guy aboard. First walk of the day for McNamara, the second walk of the day for Apache pitching. And here's Tyler Tupper now. Runner at first, and nobody out. We'll see if Coach Walker wants to play it close to the vest here and move this runner along, or whether he lets Tupper swing. Tupper was not shy about swinging the stick early in the game. As you got, I think, Chris Semprun, third base coach over there, giving the signs. There's a push bunt, and it's going to trickle foul on the first base line. Out of play. 2-0 Apaches. Nobody out, top of 6. Lions have their first runner aboard. Trying to chip away at a 2-0 Tyler lead. Head coach Malcolm Walker in his 6th year with the Lions. Down in that Lion dugout. Boy, late jump at first. Micah Lloyd was like a statue there for a moment. I'm not sure. He might have been looking at the third base coach. And McNamara snapped a pickoff over there, and he was a little late reacting. No balls and 1 strike. Good lead there. Another snap throw, and he's kind of spinning his wheels, but he dives back safely. Coach Semprun over at first base giving some signs, and he had Lloyd trying to make sure he's on the same page. Getting a pretty good lead, both feet well on the green. McNamara now stepping back on the rubber, and he comes set. The pitch, oh my goodness. Ball was way high and no chance. It looked like it might have been a pinch out, and it got away from McNamara. It's going to be a stolen base for Lloyd. So now you're going to try to get your DH to drive him in. Well, we noted on the pregame show with Coach Walker, these Lions stole 74 bags in 47 games last year. So he felt like, he told me on the pregame interview, he felt like they had even more team speed this year than last. So given the opportunity, they will go. And now with nobody out, I don't know, Coach giving some signs down there. I'd be a little surprised if you did much here. Unless you're going to turn old Lloyd loose and try to get him to steal third. But generally with nobody out, you don't want to do that. You're down 2 runs here in the 6th inning. There's the push bunt right back to the mound. McNamara will go to first and does get the out. So Tupper moves the runner on the 1-4 sacrifice. And over to third base goes Lloyd. And that will bring up Bradford Jenkins. So Jenkins now with a chance to give the Lions their first run of the day. And Apaches are going to stay back in the middle and even with the bags on the corners. And he shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Well, no balls and 1 strike on the breaking pitch. Jenkins showed bunt and then pulled it back. 1 out, the pitch. Ground ball to third and over the head of Ty Meisner. Base hit, 2-1. RBI single for Jenkins. And they've just cut the lead in half. Well, he hit a chopper, and there's the influence of that artificial turf as all Meisner could do is watch it sail over his head. just pounded it into the ground. Pretty good pitch by McNamara. But it'll go down as a 1B7. It'll go down as an RBI for Jenkins, and it's now 2-1. And Coach Ruppenthal makes his first visit of the season. He got some guys, looks like trying to get loose down there. I like to think they're not taking a nap. Get somebody laying down on the bullpen mound. He's doing some stretching. Nobody throwing at the moment, so that was just maybe a go out and settle him down just a bit type of visit for Coach Ruppenthal. You got Tyler Abney and Tim Hunter and Mike Ruppenthal, the new assistant coaches for Coach Wren this year. First pitch is in there for strike one. It's always nice when you make a visit and the first pitch after the visit is a strike. You always feel good about it. Feel like there's time well spent on the mound. 0-1 with an out on the board. Snap throw over, and quickly back is Jenkins. Well, Hicks is in the batter's box, and Ingram is on deck. Ground ball to short, could be two, and can't make the play. Tyler Griffin, boy, that was tailor-made for a double play, and that's going to be an error. E6 on Tyler Griffin. Right at him. He didn't have to move his feet at all. It just couldn't quite field it cleanly. And now you got two runners on, still only one out. One run is in, and here's Caden Ingram. Ingram with a chance now to get the score tied, if not get the Lions. The go-ahead run is now on base. One out, and Morissette's going to creep in front of the runner here, anticipating a possible bunt. Spin throw to second, almost got him. That was closer than it should have been. Jenkins at second base had to dive back and just did beat the spin throw. The spin move by McNamara. 2-1 Tyler. The Lions have scored one run in the inning, and they're looking for more. One out. Inside move by McNamara. Still nobody throwing in the Apache bullpen. You got a guy or two down there just milling around, getting loose. But nobody tossing at the moment. As McNamara trying to work out of some trouble. Swing and a miss. No balls and one strike. Not sure if you're going to have a pitching change for the Lions. They don't have anyone. They had a right-hander up throwing a while ago. He may be in the dugout at this point. 0-1 pitch. Little chopper, tough play, but going to trickle foul. That would have been a tough play for anyone to make. And fortunately for the Apaches, that thing rolls foul. Well, the turf definitely changes the game a bit offensively. As if you got some speed, it'll help you, and if you can pound it into the ground, it'll help you. No balls, two strikes, one out. Apache's holding on to a 2-1 lead, but the Mountain View Lions are threatening. Another foul ball. Going to head over to the left side here. Third base dugout occupied by the Lions. Bradford Jenkins at second. Jalen Hicks at first. Caden Ingram in the box. An 0-2 count with one out. Now Ingram calls time. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that will be strike three. And strikeout number 3 for McNamara. And strikeout number 11 for Apache pitching. Here's the shortstop, Jared Kirk now for the third time, and he has struck out twice. So Kirk still looking for his first hit of the season. Just trying to put it in play here as McNamara tries to work out of sixth inning trouble. He's given up 1 run and 2 runners still on the bases. Breaking pitch in there, strike 1. Lots of games on tap here. Well, let's see. Today is what's today? 25th? 25th, so actually there are some games this weekend. I don't know about today. Ground ball off the glove of McNamara. Could be trouble, and he spins, makes a nice play to recover. Nice job by Tanner McNamara. That ball glanced off his glove, hopped in the air, and he stayed with it and gets the put out at first base for the final out. Boy, that could have been trouble. But McNamara with some athleticism there, making the play to get the Apaches off the field. But the Lions score their first run of the ball game, and your new score from Mike Carter Field as we head to the bottom of the 6th, it's Apaches 2 and the Lions 1. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Bottom of the 6th, and the Lions have gone to their bullpen. The new pitcher is right-handed freshman from Carlisle High School, 5'11", 160, Blake Horn. Horn will take over for Darren Friedman. Friedman did a really nice job of limiting the Apaches on the run column and really did a nice job overall. 2 runs on 5 hits in 5 innings of work. So Friedman with a pretty good job gives way to the freshman Blake Horn. So as we said before, there's probably a good likelihood all 3 of these games will be just a battle of the bullpens, as you have to give that starting pitcher some time to get his feet up under him and the pitch count up. So first pitch misses for ball 1. This is Fiver Trimble, struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. High fly ball, shallow left field. Jenkins drifts in, and he'll squeeze that one for out number 1. F7 if you're scoring at the house. And here's Jason Ballou, 1 for 1. Ballou doubled his first time up and walked back in the 4th inning. Seth Ballinger scored both of the Apache runs out of the leadoff spot, one back in the 1st inning, and led the 5th inning off with a triple. There's a breaking pitch that misses low, and it's 1-0. RBI sac flies for Meisner and Owen, and those 2 sac flies account for both of the Apache runs. Not a lot of offense in this ball game. 2-5-0 for the Apaches, 1-2-0 for the Lions. 2-0 on Jason Ballou. High fly ball, shallow left center, and this is going to be Jenkins squeezing it again for out number 2. So Ballou just got under that. That was a high fly ball and shallow left center. 2 up, 2 down, and here's Cade Watson, the catcher. Watson got hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning, grounded out to short in the 4th. So he's 0 for 1 today. First pitch. Drops a breaking pitch right over the heart of the plate, strike one. Well, appreciate the folks that have chimed in on the YouTube chat. If you want to shoot us a quick note, we'll give you a shout out. Love to know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. Had a lot of Lion fans check in early. And a number of Apache fans, even some Tylerites just watching some ball. Big hack right there, fouls it straight back. One ball, two strikes, two outs. Nobody aboard. 2-1 Apaches, bottom of 6. Here's the pitch from Horn. Got him to chase, strike 3. Fastball up with the zone. That'll be the first strikeout for Blake Horn. And let's see, the 6th strikeout for Lion pitching. We will head to the 7th inning, moving right along here. 2-1 Tyler. Well, we've had another pitching change for the Apaches. McNamara, who came on in the 5th inning, is now out of the game, and into the game is Michael Spinozzi. Spinozzi, 6'1", 195, out of Southlake, Texas. Right-handed sophomore will take over. And one of the few returners on the pitching staff for the Apaches. So he'll take over here in inning number 7 for Tanner McNamara. See if we can pull up Spinozzi's numbers from last year. He will face the bottom third of the Lion lineup. Gondrin, Randall, and Paxton scheduled to hit. Left-handed batting, Gondrin steps in. Lined out to left, struck out looking. He's 0 for 2. First pitch. It's going to miss high, ball 1. One 0 pitch, waves through a breaking pitch. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Line shot off the glove of Morissette and over to first. Boy, what a nice play by the Apache defense. Morissette did all he could to just knock it down. It bound over towards Jaron Burks. He picked it up and threw it to Spinozzi, and it's a 1-3-4 or a 3-4-1 out. 3-4-1. Just how you practice it, right? Good job by Spinozzi to get over the bag. 1 up and 1 down, and here's the left-handed batting Ryan Randall. Randall takes ball 1. Randall walked his first time up in the 3rd inning and flew out to center in the 5th. He's 0 for 1. 1-0 pitch fouled straight back. Look out, that's going to get past the Avalon here. Avalon's underneath a tree with no leaves on it. Getting any kind of cover I can. I've had a ball go through my windshield out here before. So the 1-1 pitch. It's going to miss. 2 balls and a strike. Michael Spinozzi. Pull you some numbers up on Spinozzi last year. Had a nice year for the Apaches. 2-1. Fouled off. It's 2-2. Last year, Spinozzi led the club in ERA, 2.41. He was 2-0, 20 appearances for the right-hander, 41 innings pitched. He had 42 strikeouts and 15 walks. So a nice freshman year for Spinozzi. As the 2-2 pitch, grounded foul. We'll do it again. Spinozzi he's signed somewhere, isn't he? Miami of Ohio. He's going up there with Mike Morissette, so he will be up Red Hawks, I think. Is that right? Red Hawks? Had a couple of brothers that played at Bowling Green up there. So 2-2 pitch. Mid-American Conference, kind of a mid-major school conference similar to the Southland here in Texas. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody aboard. We're at the 8th spot. Ryan Randall trying to get something going for the Lions. Takes a fastball away, and it's a 1-out walk. So that'll be the first walk for Spinozzi and the 3rd walk for Apache pitchers. And that will bring up the 9-hitter, Lavert Paxton. First pitch in there for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. Another pitch well up in the zone, and man, Cade Watson had to jump to catch that ball. So this is center fielder Lavert Paxton. I finally got my lineup straight, so apologize for that. Some of these guys I've been calling out of position here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. There goes the runner, swing and a miss, throw down by Watson, and got him. Nicely done. Good tag by Jaron Burks. It was a good throw by Watson, and Burks did a great job to get that throw on the runner. And it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the top of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time. Stretch it out. Get out of that easy chair. Time to get up. The Apaches lead it 2-1. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Mike Carter Field. Opening day in junior college baseball all around the country. Mostly where the snow isn't sitting on the field. Beautiful day here in Tyler. We do have a few more clouds coming in now, so it's going to feel a little colder than it has up to this point. 54 last time we checked. First pitch in the dirt, ball one. It's Blake Horn back on the mound for the Lions. 8-9-1. Tyler Griffin, Jaron Burks, and Seth Ballinger scheduled to hit for the Apaches. Wearing the pinstripes today. Look out inside. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-5-0 for the Apaches. 1-2-0 for the Lions from Mountain View. Got a good game going here. Bottom of 7. The ball gets away, and it's 3-0. Apaches would love to add a run or two here. They scored 1 run back in the first inning. Ballinger led the game off with a single. Ended up getting to third base on a pass ball and a sac fly back in the first inning by Meisner. Scored Ballinger. He scored on a sac fly Ballinger did in the 5th inning off the bat of Eric Owen. That's the only 2 runs the Apaches have been able to muster. But once again, they get their leadoff batter aboard. 6 of the 7 innings, the Apaches have had their leadoff guy on board. So a leadoff walk. And let's see here. That's the 3rd walk of the game for Lion pitching. First walk for Horn. Breaking pitch drops in there for strike 1. Horn retired the Apaches in order in the 6th, and that was the first time they have gone in order all day. Apaches have left 5 runners on, 4 in scoring position. Check swing, thought he might have tipped it. It was a foul ball. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch. Boy, good block there by Caden Ingram. Keeps the runner at first base. Well, you might try to get Griffin over there to second here. We'll see. Coach Wren turns him loose here. Not going. And he hit him. Well, that'll move your runner into scoring position. That's as good as a bunt. And runners at first and second. Nobody out for Seth Ballinger. And now probably certainly see a bunt here with a 2-1 lead in the 7th. Although Ballinger's had a nice day at the plate. Drove a ball, triple to center field his last time up. You're at the leadoff spot in the Apache lineup, so more than likely you're going to see Seth square around here. There he is. He's going to square around and pull back. Ball 1. Pretty close pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, it becomes a bit of a cat and mouse, but conventional wisdom would have a bunt on here, and you'd think that Mountain View's going to make some adjustments on this defensively, but not as big as you might expect. There's the bunt, and Ballinger pulls back. That was low and away, and it's 2-0. Well, you do have some options here, and I don't know. I'm maybe a little more conventional. I would stay with that bunt right here, but we'll see. He's going to show it and pull back. That was kind of a fake bunt, as that ball was way high. So now you're going to make him throw a strike. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out, first and second. So Apaches, something brewing here in inning number 7, trying to add to a 2-1 lead. This is freshman Blake Horn from Carlisle on the mound for the Lions, as looks like Coach Walker's going to run someone down in that bullpen and get him going. The 3-0 pitch. Way high, ball 4, not close. And, boy, you might see a visit to the mound here. You got a walk, a hit batter, and another walk. And we'll see if you got nobody coming out of that Lion dugout. So for now, they're going to leave Horn. He's going to go from a windup here. Infield way in. The pitch. Misses, ball 1. Eric Owen now for the 4th time today. He's 2 for 2. Couple of singles, 1 to center, 1 to left, and a sac fly to center field. So having a nice day for himself is Eric Owen. Chance to add on here. 1-0 pitch. Line shot foul down the third base line. So for now, it's going to be Blake Horn. He's walked a batter, hit a batter, and walked another batter, and the bases are loaded. The Lion infield is way in. All kinds of holes out there, and great opportunity for Eric Owen to get some more RBIs. In the dirt, good block by Ingram. 2-1. Ingram trying to settle down the freshman Blake Horn. Well, golden opportunity for the Apaches. It's a 2-1 game in the 7th. Nobody out, bases loaded. Horn from the windup. The pitch. It's going to miss high. 3-1. So now you're 1 pitch away from walking a run in. And I'll be curious to see if Owen takes a rip at something good here. 3-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He does. And he misses. So now you got a full count. 2 strikes on Eric Owen. 3-2, nobody out. Bases full of Apaches. Griffin on 3rd. Burks on 2nd. Ballinger on 1st. The payoff pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. And you just kind of wonder how long they're going to go with Mr. Burks. And here comes Coach Walker. That might be all. Taking the long, slow walk out to the mound. Has not made the motion to the bullpen yet. And I'm not sure he's going to make a change. He's out there having a chat with Mr. Horn. And it kind of looks like he's going to stay with him. He is going to stay with him. Okay, so despite 3 walks and a hit batter, Blake Horn's going to stay in this game. So it's an RBI for Owen, his 2nd of the day. And here's Ty Meisner. The Apache's going to try to open this up. The score is now 3-1. Nobody out, bases loaded. The windup in the pitch. In there for a strike. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Three one's our score. Line shot into center, base hit. 1 run comes in. 2nd run's going to be sent. Here's the throw to the plate, and close play. Got him. Nice throw by Eric Williams. Actually, that's not Eric Williams. That's LeVert Paxton. And, boy, what a good throw. And he just did get the runner. And Ballinger might be hurt at home plate. Slow getting up. And we might, Ballinger not looking too stable on that left leg. Really good throw that brought him up the line. Coach Wren's going to argue that he did not have a path to home plate. And I don't know. I get his argument, and they're calling that play more and more now. They're making an emphasis that the catcher can't go and stop him. And that throw from center fielder LeVert Paxton definitely took him into the runner. And so that's what Coach Wren is arguing. He's going to argue that he never had a path to the plate. And he's going to argue obstruction on the catcher. But I don't think he's going to win this one. So 1 run comes home. Burke scores the run, so RBI single for Meisner. And Ballinger is out on the 8-2. And Owen stayed at second. So you got runners at first and second now with 1 out. Coach Wren, he's out there. And let's see, 4-1 is our score. The Apaches have scored 2 runs in the inning. And Coach Wren letting home plate umpire know he's not happy with the call. But we will continue to play baseball now. You got 1 out on the board, 2 runners on the bases, and here's another dangerous hitter in Michael Morissette. Apaches have added to a 2-1 lead. It's now 4-1. A bases-loaded walk and an RBI single by Meisner have put the Apaches now up by 3, 4-1. That pitch is not close, and boy, Blake Horn has struggled to throw strikes in this outing. First out in the year for the freshman from Carlisle, and just haven't tried. Yes, it is 1-0. Yeah, it's 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Horn with the stretch, the pitch. Off the plate, 2-0. And you got some action in that Lion bullpen as here comes the 3:22 right on time. 2-0 pitch to Morissette coming up. Boy, he took a half swing. You hate to see that. 2-0, you got to come out of your shoes or don't swing. Kind of got fooled on it and just did foul it off. So he'll have another crack at things. 2 balls and a strike to Michael Morissette. Morissette looking for his first hit of the year. Struck out, flew out to center, popped up to short. 2-1. Fly ball left side, going to drift into foul territory. He's going to stay in play just outside the fence as the left fielder gave chase. And I don't know, in my lineup, I'm not even sure who's playing left. Jenkins, okay. My lineup looks like chicken scratch. We had some, I don't know what happened to our, I took a picture of the lineup and we had a different lineup up here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 4-1 Apaches, bottom of 7. They've scored 2 in the inning. Freshman Blake Horn trying to navigate a rough 7th inning. Walk, hit batter, walk, walk, single. The only out of the inning was a throw from center fielder Levert Paxton. He threw out Seth Ballinger at the plate. That ball's well hit, center field. Paxton not going to get it. That ball 1 hops the fence. These 2 runners are right on each other's heels, and they're both going to score. The throw to the plate is not in time. And that's that could have been a double play at home plate, which I have seen before. If you watch the Major League bloopers, I've seen 2 guys tagged out on that kind of play, but not that time, as a 2-run double off the bat of Mike Morissette. You knew that was a dangerous at bat for the Lions, and Morissette made him pay. You're going to have a pitch. Well, are you going to have a pitching change here? Oh, he's going to go out and question those guys. Well, I don't think there's any question here. I don't think you can touch the runner in front of you. I don't think they touch each other. And they didn't pass each other. So I don't think there's any rule interpretation here. I think Coach Walker, not sure what the argument is, but he's going to go out and let the umpire know he's thinking that maybe something is amiss. But 2 runs on the play, and it's 6-1 Apaches. The Apaches have opened things up here in the 7th. Back-to-back RBI hits by Meisner and Morissette brings up Fiver Trimble. Morissette at second, still only 1 out. And a rough go for Blake Horn, the freshman from Carlisle. Horn has not retired a batter. The only out of the inning is an assist by center fielder LeVert Paxton. 6 batters have come to the plate. And 3 walks, a hit batter, and 2 hits. Breaking pitch drops that one right over the heart of the plate, strike 1. Fiver looking for his first hit of the ball game. Couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to left field. 6-7-0 now for the Apaches. 1-2-0 for the Mountain View Lions. The pitch. Line shot foul. Look out over there, Coach Hunter. And he's gone to the sleeves now. Or I don't know. He hasn't put any. I guess they're still in the same outfit. A little cooler out here now. See if he ends up going to the hoodie or not. We're 2 hours and 26 minutes into this one. Started right on time at 1 o'clock. 0-2 pitch. Boy, a little chopper. And, oh, flashing the leather over there. There is Timmy Hunter. Nice job there. He won't do that very long. A couple of broken fingers and he'll stop making those plays. It's awful tempting, though, on the turf for sure. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Good off speed. And now nothing on the tag, and you throw it down, and it's out number 2. Fiver Trimble struck out swinging. Nice job by Ingram to hold on to that ball, and he did block it and had to throw down to Hicks for the putout. Here's Jason Ballou with 2 outs now, and Morissette still at second base. Apaches have opened things up a bit. It was a 2-1 game when we started the bottom of the 7th. They've scored 4. Big swing by Ballou, strike 1. Now Watson waits on deck. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Jason thought that might have been a little high. But Mr. Umpire is the opinion that matters, and it's 0-2. The pitch. In the dirt. Nice job there by Caden Ingram to block that ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blake Horn comes set, checks the runner. Here's the 1-2. Just missed high, little breaking pitch. And Ballou takes it for ball 2. The pitch. Fly ball left center deep, and this is trouble, and this is out of here. That ball went off the pole above the green. That's a home run. None of the umpires are calling it a homer, and Ballou is just kind of cruising around the bases. This is a home run. Somebody had to see that. One of those three umpires had to see it. That ball went way off the pole above the green paint, not close. That wasn't close, and somebody's got to see that. We'll see if the Coach Wren's kind of livid there. He's out there expressing his opinion. It went off the pole, and it went off the pole way above the green paint. Okay, so they're going to get it right. That's a good call. As when that ball goes off the pole above the green paint at this, we talked about this earlier. There's 2 light poles inside the home run fence, and that went off the light pole probably about 10 or 15 feet above the green line. So that pole is painted green all the way to the top of the fence, and above that is a home run, and that's exactly what happened. So Ballou with his first homer of the year, 2 RBIs, and it's now 8-1. And boy, that ball just kept going. First pitch fouls it straight back. This is the 9th batter of the inning, Cade Watson. Griffin led the inning off with a walk. The Apaches have plated 6 runs to open this up now, 8-1. Blake Horn, the windup, the pitch. Foul ball, quickly 0-2 on Cade Watson, the catcher. Watson 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch, grounded out to short, struck out swinging. Pop up right side, and it might stay in, and just sneaks outside the fence for a foul ball. Eight runs on 8 hits for the Apaches, 1 run on 2 hits for the Lions. We're in the bottom of the 7th, and the Apaches have opened it up. The pitch, that's low. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blake Horn, who came on in the 6th inning, and in that 6th inning retired the Apaches in order, has had a struggle here in the 7th. This is his 9th batter of the inning. Line drive, base hit. First hit of the year for Cade Watson. Single to left field, and the Apaches have batted around. Here's Tyler Griffin for the 2nd time in the inning. Walked and scored earlier. And he's got 2 walks on the day. Been on base twice. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to center back in the 2nd inning. The pitch. Misses high, ball 1. So Watson, the catcher, at first base with 2 outs. 8 runs on 9 hits now for the Apaches. This was a pitching duel until this inning. Throw down to first base, and Watson dives back safely. Pop up, this should do it, and this is going to be the first baseman, Jalen Hicks, who squeezes it for the final out of the inning. F3 if you're scoring at the house, but the Apaches end up getting 6 runs on 3 hits. The big blow, a 2-run homer by Jason Ballou. And we will head to the 8th inning. Your new score, Tyler 8 and Mountain View 1. We got a new pitcher for the Apaches as the Lions bring the top of their lineup to home plate. Michael Lloyd will lead it off. It's Mason Higginbotham, freshman from Hallsville, 6', 195, towing the rubber now in the 8th inning. And Higginbotham going from the stretch. Freshman out of Hallsville. He'll have an 8-1 lead as he takes over for Michael Spinozzi. Spinozzi threw 1 inning and didn't get him he did get him an order. Faced 3 batters. So this is Higginbotham now. 1-1 count on leadoff hitter Micah Lloyd. Lloyd is 0 for 2. Grounded out to third, struck out, and walked. Well hit to right field. This is trouble in the corner. That's going to hit down. And Lloyd will hit first, and he'll go to third. I don't know, a little ill-advised there, but he'll go ahead and make it. You're down 8-1. Not a huge run at this point in the game, but he goes ahead and gets a hustling triple. Well hit ball by Micah Lloyd as it rolled into the corner. We got some different defenders. Seth Ballinger's been lifted. He got hurt on that play at the plate. And so there's a little juggle of the outfielders. Ben Sigelski is now in center field. Eric Owen has moved over to left field, and Fiver Trimble in right now. 1-0 count to Tyler Tupper. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, this was a 2-1 game in the bottom of the 7th, and the Apaches were able to open things up. The 1-1. Misses high. 2-1. They got a lot of help as the reliever Blake Horn, who had retired the Apaches in order in the 6th, allowed 4 base runners without a hit, 3 walks and a hit batter. And that opened the floodgates, and the Apaches were glad to oblige as Meisner had an RBI single. Morissette came back with an 2 RBI double. And then after the strikeout of Trimble, it was a 2-run blast off the bat of Jason Ballou off the light pole in left center field that gave the Apaches an 8-1 advantage. In the dirt, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, best we can figure, McNamara would possibly be in line for the win. I don't think coming out in the 4th that Grigsby's going to have a chance to get a W out of this. I think it's going to be McNamara. Pop up off to the right side. If things hold as they are, the loser would be Friedman. But we still got some baseball to play here, and I know the Lions are going to keep fighting for sure. 8-1 is our score. We're on the top of the 8th. Runner at third with no one out. The payoff pitch just missed off the plate. Ball 4. Pretty close pitch right there, but Tupper gets the benefit of a close call. It's the 4th walk of the day for Apache pitchers. And that will bring up Bradford Jenkins, the left fielder. First pitch, runner going, chopper to third. Meisner jumps up, catches it, throws the first, got him. Nice job by Ty Meisner to get the out, which is really all you need to do at this point. Run will score, and it's 8-2 on the fielder's choice off the bat of Bradford Jenkins. 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. Tyler Tupper was moving on the pitch. He'll go to second. So it'll be an RBI for Jenkins, and that will bring up the tall left-handed batting Jalen Hicks. Hicks is 0 for 2, struck out swinging. Laid down a bunt. There goes the runner, throw to third, not in time. So stolen base for Tupper. Boy, that's a bit of a surprise, but I guess you got to use what you got, and if you got a little speed, you're going to take advantage of it. So now over at third with 1 out, is Tyler Tupper. And I think that's the first stolen base of the day for the Lions. Now Watson threw somebody out earlier. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jalen Hicks. The pitch. Missed off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Well, you got a couple of Apaches heating it up down that bullpen, so looks like we're going to see maybe at least one more pitcher, if not more, between now and the end of this ball game. We'll see how Higginbotham fares here, but got a comfortable lead at 8-2 at this point, and you're looking for 5 more outs. Just missed low. And if you're pitching right now, you want to pitch to contact, make them force the issue. 3 balls and a strike. The last thing you need to do is issue some free passes. Here it is, the 3-1. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. So Hicks gets an RBI single, and there's life for the Lions. They come right back and score a couple of runs, and it's now 8-3. So Hicks is at first, and here is Caden Ingram, the catcher. He has struck out 3 times. Higginbotham comes stretch, and that's going to miss high, not close. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Well, you don't want to give them life here if you're an Apache fan. You want to try to, you're looking for 5 more outs to end the ball game. Of course, the Lions are going to do all they can to claw back into this thing. 8-3 Apaches, 8-9-0 for Tyler, 3-3-0 for Mountain View. Apaches on their 4th pitcher of the day. Chased that high fastball, fouls it off. And when you have struck out 3 times in a game, you're happy to make contact on a foul ball. 2 balls and a strike on the catcher, Caden Ingram. He struck out in the 2nd, in the 4th, and in the 6th. Go through those stretches sometimes as a hitter where it just can't find the barrel. And a check swing, did he go? Did not go. And it's 3-1. So Higginbotham has had a little bit of trouble getting ahead of hitters here. And for the 2nd batter in a row, he falls behind. We're at the 5 spot in the Lion lineup. Jared Kirk would be next with 1 out. The pitch. Ball 4. Well, that's not what you need there. That's the 2nd walk of the inning. And still plenty of time to work through this, but Coach Ruppenthal is going to take the slow walk out to the mound. Don't know if anyone's ready yet. Looks like somebody's heating it up pretty good. And boy, you hate to have to make a change like this early in the season, but like to see your guys work through the things they get into. We'll see what Coach Rupp is going to do here. Looks like he's going to stay with Mason. He's kind of talking him through the situation here, trying to settle down. First outing of the year. He's a freshman out of Hallsville. 6 foot, 195. He's also got the good beard game going today. He's got the goggles going too. So Mr. Umpire is going to go up and break up the rock pile. Coach Ruppenthal maximizing his visit. He's going to take that long, slow walk back to the dugout. Well, Shane's got a chance here. With 2 runners on, you're always just 1 pitch away if you can get that double play ball here. So that's sure that's exactly what Coach Ruppenthal had in mind. Go out and throw us a double play right here. Jared Kirk's going to try to do otherwise, though, as he tries to get the Lions back in the game. 8-3 is our score. We're in the top of inning number 8. Mountain View, trailing 8-1 when we started the inning, have scored 2 runs. And still only 1 out and 2 aboard. Here's the pitch to Kirk. Swing and a foul down the third base side off the fence. And Eric Owen had to go over and pick it up. It glanced off the fencing and out into live ball area. So you got 1 strike on the batter, 1 out. The pitch. In the dirt. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One out in the inning. Mason Higginbotham trying to work through a little trouble here in the top of the 8th. Comes set and the pitch. In the dirt. And it's 2-1. So you just don't know how long you're going to go with. It's one thing to give up some hits. It's another thing to not throw strikes and not make them earn things. So you might be looking at the last batter if Higginbotham ends up walking Kirk here. The sun is out, and Mason's ready to go. Here's another inside move, trying to keep those base runners close to the bag. Not a bad thought, as we've seen Coach Walker stay aggressive on the bases despite being down in the score. Now Higginbotham steps off, and he and Cade Watson trying to get on the same page. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jared Kirk on the day, couple of strikeouts, and a ball right back to the mound. So he's 0 for 3, looking for his first base hit of the season. 2-2. Off the plate, 3-2. That was well off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And given the aggressiveness of, I don't think I'd start him, but you never know. You might start him here. Not going. Here's the pitch. Pops out of play, and he'll get another chance at it. And you're down 5. I don't know that you need to take a whole lot of chances, but 3 balls, 2 strikes. One of the things, if you do start him, it keeps you out of that double play. So a couple ways to look at it here from the strategy side of it. Mason Higginbotham trying to work out of some trouble here. 3-2 pitch. Off the plate in the dirt. Watson kind of knocked it down, and it rolled over toward first, and it's another walk. It's the 3rd walk of the inning, and I think that may be all for Mason Higginbotham, and that is going to be all. Coach Ruppenthal has made the signal to the bullpen. We'll let you know who the new Apache pitcher is when we return. It's 8-3, but the bases are loaded. Only 1 out. Top of the 8th inning, back in just a minute. All right, the new pitcher for the Tyler Apaches is a sophomore from Farmersville, Texas, 6'4", 235, big fella. Lyle Hibbets is the new pitcher. He's a transfer from Panola College, just down the road in Carthage, Texas. And he's inherited 3 base runners and 1 out. So you're looking for a couple of strikeouts, a double play ball, all kinds of things that he'll be shooting for here. Here's Noah Gondrin. Hibbets has his sign. Big right-hander. Comes set, the pitch. Boy, just missed inside, ball 1. Pretty good spot. Noah Gondrin, 5'10", 215-pound freshman from Bossier Parish Community College. One-0 pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-1. We're in the top of the 8th. 8-3 Apaches over the Mountain View Lions, but the Lions are threatening here. They've scored 2 in the inning, and they have the bases loaded with only 1 out. Lyle Hibbets has just come on in relief of Mason Higginbotham. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. A little Texas heat right there. It's 1-2. Bases full of Lions as they try to get back into this ball game. 3 runs on 6 hits now for Mountain View. Here's the pitch. Look out! Heads up over that dugout. A little tardy on the fastball. But Gondrin stays alive. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Lined out to left, struck out looking, and grounded out to the first baseman. Hibbets comes set. Here's the 1-2. Inside. Not close. Just putting Gondrin off the plate just a bit. That was well off the plate inside. Apache dugout wanted a call there, but it wasn't that close. Looks like we got some folks that have checked in here. I'll have to catch up with my shout-outs here in a minute. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He froze him. Backdoor slider. Nice job right there by Hibbets, and he froze Gondrin for out number 2. And let's see here. 11, 12. 13th strikeout of the game for Apache pitchers. First strikeout for Hibbets. And here's Ryan Randall. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Waves at a slider, and it's 0-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We're at the 8th spot in the Mountain View lineup. Randall on the day is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. 0-1 pitch. Just missed, not by much. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Big right-hander, 6'4" and 235. Sophomore out of Farmersville, Lyle Hibbets trying to close the door here in the 8th. The 1-1. Inside fastball just froze Randall. He thought about swinging, but about halfway into it realized he was not going to catch up to it. 1-2, 2 outs. Hibbets comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him in the dirt. And now, not sure what the delay was. Watson ended up throwing it down to first for the final out on the strikeout and a 2-3 putout. 14th strikeout of the day, second of the inning for Hibbets, and he gets the Apaches out of trouble. But they do give up 2 runs, on 2 hits and three runners left on base for the Lions. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Your new score for Mike Carter: Tyler Junior College 8 and Mountain View 3. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. And the Lions have gone to their bullpen for the 2nd time. Coming into the ballgame for Mountain View on the mound, right-hand freshman from TCS postgrad, 6'1" and 197, Casey Canaday. Canaday will take over for Blake Horn. Horn went 2 complete innings. And it'll be the right-hander from TCS postgrad taking over for the Lions. 8-3 is the score as Mountain View posted 2 runs in the top of the 8th. And the Apaches, looks like we got 9-1 and 2 for the Apaches. We've had some substitutions because of Ballinger's injury. So Burks will lead it off, and then it'll be Ben Zagelski. And scheduled after that would be Eric Owens. So 9-1 and 2 for Tyler here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They have a 5-run lead. This was a 2-1 game in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Apaches were able to open things up. And back came the Lions in their half of the 8th inning. So now it's up to Canaday to try to keep it right there and see if they can generate some offense in the 9th inning. All right, so still getting these way behind on these notes here, so we'll try to catch up a little bit. Pop up on this first pitch of the inning, straight up to shoot. This is Ingram, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. It's going to go F2, and there's 1 away here in the 8th inning. Watching from St. Paul, Minnesota, -4 degrees, wind chill below that. All right, I'd like to hear that from Merck Caduceus. Appreciate you checking in on that. Heard from Mr. Ullman. Appreciate the comments there. Played at Bradley Central in Tennessee. Appreciate the check-in there. It's an honor to have busted your windshield by a baseball. I don't know. Perfect. Well, appreciate the commentary there and some of the shout-outs. Pass ball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. One out, nobody aboard. We're at the top of the lineup. This is Ben Zagelski. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. First at bat of the day for Zagelski. And Zagelski on the roster, a freshman, 5'11", 175 out of Kingwood. Took over for Seth Ballinger, who got injured sliding into home plate. And kind of a shame, Seth had a nice ball game, couple of hits, a single to center and a triple to center, a couple of runs scored as well. So we'll hope Seth is all right. But for now, it's Zagelski with a 3-1 count and 1 out here in the 8th. It's Casey Canaday on the mound. 3-1 pitch. Fouled off to the right side, out of play. Really nice crowd today. Sometimes these early starts on the weekdays are hard to get to for the families, but we have a really nice turnout here. We'll be out here again tomorrow, so if you're in the area, come on out and watch some good college baseball. 1 o'clock start. We'll be on the air at 12:45. 3-2 pitch. Off the hands, a little floater out to the shortstop, Kirk, and he squeezes it for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down. Nice job by Casey Canaday. And stepping in now is Eric Owen. We'll try to do pregame interviews with the head coaches of both teams every time we're on the air. And every once in a while, we'll grab a player and maybe an assistant coach here and there. So if you have an opportunity to tune in a little bit early, we'll give you some insight into that day's ball game. Talk to both coaches about. We'll talk to both Coach Wren and Coach Walker tomorrow about today's game and what to look forward to tomorrow. That'll be on the pregame show about 12:45, just before tomorrow's doubleheader. 1-0 pitch. It's in the dirt, kicks away. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 2 out. The pitch. Check swing. They called it a strike. Didn't matter. He just 2-1. Canaday doing a good job on the mound for the Lions. Fastball misses high. 3-1 now. On Eric Owen. If Owen should reach, it would be Ty Meisner. Owen is 2 for 2 on the day. A couple of RBIs to go with that. Ground ball to short. Tough play in the hole. Kirk catches, throws. Got him. Nice play by Jared Kirk. Deep in the hole. He threw a one-hopper to the first baseman, Hicks, who picked it. And we will head to the 9th. Your score for Mike Carter Field in Tyler, Texas is Tyler Junior College 8 and Mountain View College 3. 9-1-2 as the Lions, with their last opportunity here in this one, they trail 8-3. LeVert Paxton, 1 for 3. First pitch swinging, pops it up left side. Meisner's going to run out of room, and it bounces off the concrete concourse behind the third base dugout. Well, Avery Moore's checked in, rooting for Eric, so appreciate that note on the live chat. Appreciate all you tuning in today. We'll be on the air tomorrow at 12:45. We'll take a brief break and then wrap this one up. Normally at the end of the ball games, we'll try to wrap things up, give you some information about winning and losing pitcher and what to look for tomorrow, but also some of the stars of the ball game. 0-2 in there, strike 3. Froze him. 15 strikeouts for Apache pitching. And that's going to be 3 batters faced for Hibbets and 3 strikeouts. Back to the top of the lineup we go. Micah Lloyd. Lloyd, his last time up, tripled to right field. He's 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk. First pitch misses. It's 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 pitch. Check swing, fouled off the fencing on the third base side, and it's going to roll onto live ball area. Coach Sempron's going to run out there and pick it up. Well, you got to be impressed with what you've seen from Lyle Hibbets at this point. He's faced 3 batters and struck all 3 of them out. Looks like he's got a pretty tight slider, and he's locating fastball. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball, first base side this time. Nice play over there. Got the left-handed first base coach getting some props from the Apache dugout. Telling you, on a cold day, I wouldn't put my hand out there. I have stubbed my finger too many times as a coach to just keep me in the pockets. 1-2. Strike 3, and Cade Watson throwing it down to third base. Backdoor slider, and there's 2 outs in the 9th. 4th strikeout for Lyle Hibbets. He's faced 4 batters. 16th strikeout of the game. 8-3 Apaches. Lions down to their last out. Tyler Tupper steps in. First pitch. Boy, that's a tough pitch right there. And Tupper steps out, kind of shaking his head. What am I supposed to do with that? No balls, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. Another slider, and it's 0-2. Well, good morning, good afternoon. We'll see here. 0-2 with 2 outs. Down to their last strike, the pitch. Check swing, he did not go. And it's 1-2. Went to the fastball there. After a couple of sliders. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 8-3 Apaches. On the top of the 9th, Tyler Tupper for his 2nd hit of the day. The 1-2. Look out behind the head. And it's 2-2. Tupper on the day struck out. Infield single. Sacrifice bunt and a walk. So been on base a couple of times and got a hit for himself today. And now Hibbett's going to step off. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss as Tupper swings at a ball in the dirt, and Watson throws down to Morissette, and there's your ball game. Apaches win 8-3. 17 strikeouts for Apache pitchers, and all Lyle Hibbets does is come in and strike out all 5 batters he faced. So we're going to take a brief break here and come back with some box score information for you on this one. We'll wrap it up and set the table for tomorrow's doubleheader. Back in just a minute. All right, let's wrap this one up for you as the Apaches take Game 1 of the 2019 season 8-3 over the Mountain View Lions. And the Apaches used 4 pitchers in this one. The winning pitcher, we believe, is going to be Tanner McNamara, and he'll go to 1-0 on the season. The losing pitcher is going to be Darren Friedman, as he'll drop to 0-1. Friedman went 5 complete innings for the Mountain View Lions, and McNamara came in the middle of the ball game and threw the 5th and 6th innings for the Apaches. And so I think those are going to be your winning and losing pitchers. There is no save here. Friedman will drop to 0-1 on the year. The Apaches will take their team record to 1-0, and the Lions from Mountain View will drop to 0-1 on the season. Offensively, let's look at the Mountain View. Gosh, what did I just do? Team batting. We'll look at the Mountain View box score real quick. Couple of hits for the leadoff hitter, Micah Lloyd. He goes 2 for 4, scored a couple of runs. And Bradford Jenkins 2 for 4 in this ball game. No other Lion had more than 1 hit in this one. So a couple of hits for Jenkins and a couple of hits for Lloyd. So there's some positives for the Lions to look at in this one, as they end up scoring 3 runs on 6 hits. They do not commit an error. The Apaches, well, they open it up in the it's kind of sensitive here. I'm trying to get to. They open it up in that 7th inning, 6-run 7th. It was a 2-1 pitchers duel going to the bottom of the 7th. Looking at the box score for TJC, Seth Ballinger, a nice day at the plate, 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Although he got injured, we'll have to give you an update tomorrow when we can. Eric Owen, 2 for 3 on the day, couple RBIs for Eric. Ty Meisner, 1 for 4, couple RBIs for Ty. Jason Ballou, 2 for 3, 2-run homer and 2 RBIs. And that's all the multi-hit guys for Tyler Junior College. On the pitching side of it, let's run this down on the Tyler pitching side. Try to give you some pitching numbers here. The starter was Christian Grigsby, and he goes 4 complete innings, strikes out 8 Lions, walks just 1. McNamara came on, struck out 3 in 2 innings of work, walked 1. Spinozzi pitched 1 inning. He struck 1 and walked 1. Higginbotham had a little bit of a challenge today. He walked 3 batters in a third of an inning and faced 6 of those batters. And then it was Hibbets coming in after that. And, boy, what a sharp outing he had. He faced 5 Lions and struck out all 5 of them. So a nice job. I don't think, given the score, Hibbets is not going to get a save on that deal. But really good things to come for Lyle Hibbets, as the Apaches end up using 4 pitchers. The Lions use 3. So that'll wrap things up for today's ball game. An 8-3 win for the Tyler Apaches. Again, we'll be on the air tomorrow at 12:45. We'll have pregame interviews with both head coaches. And I may have a little chat with the pitching coach, Mike Ruppenthal, tomorrow. Just try to give you a little introduction to him, as he's a new pitching coach on Coach Wren's staff. But the Apaches started the scoring off back in the first inning, a single run in the first, as Ballinger singled, and then a single by Owen and a wild pitch and a sac fly by Meisner accounted for that run. In the 5th inning, Ballinger scored a run after a leadoff triple and a sac fly by Owen. It was 2-0 at that point. A single run by the Lions in the 6th made it 2-1, and it stayed 2-1 until the bottom of the 7th, and that's when the Apaches kind of opened things up. Blake Horn, the freshman from Carlisle, struggled a bit on the mound, did not retire a batter, walked 3 and hit 1, and that opened up the floodgates. Ty Meisner, an RBI single, an RBI double, 2 RBI double by Morissette, and then a 2-run homer by Ballou. And that was all the scoring the Apaches would need, as the final is 8-3. So, again, tomorrow's game, doubleheader. First game starts at 1. We'll be on the air at 12:45. So for the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, athletic director Chuck Smith, Kelsey Weeks, Sherry Harwood, the whole crew back at the mothership. This is Dr. John Groth at Mike Carter Field. The Apaches win the opener 8-3. Until tomorrow, so long, everybody.